What's going on? We got Pitbull, Enrique. We're singing. And I want to talk about something serious. I want to give a. I'm supposed to turn in about 9. What? He heard it from a friend. Who? What? You're messing around, girl. What are you doing that for? Stop messing around. Just be loyal. Yeah, I know what's up. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk about a video. Not a video. I'm making a video. What's going on? I'm not messing around. All right, here we go. This is a video on a formula, kind of a life formula, if you will. Everybody kind of needs a formula, and maybe you already have one. Maybe you have 2 little mantras that you live by, and they just serve you well. And if you have a life mantra, I would love to hear it, because everybody has a different philosophy. But one thing that I've come back to in my life several times, and it's a formula I developed. I was kind of in a really bad place, and I won't go into that story, that sad story. It's so hard. I was just in a really bad time, and like life sucked balls, right? It was so bad. And then, anyway, so I kind of developed this formula, and that formula kind of turned my life around. And this YouTube channel, one of the things that I want to do is really just kind of send positive energy out. And I'm a big believer in energy. I'm a big believer that the energy we receive impacts us. And therefore, you kind of got to be conscious of the people we hang out with. We have to be conscious of even the foods we eat, the music we listen to. And if we start thinking in terms of energy and start thinking, okay, is this constructive energy or is this not constructive energy? Is this good? I don't want to say good or bad. Like, for example, like there is a certain artist that if I mentioned his name, you would definitely know him. But he's a very good. I love his music, but he's very angry. And one of the areas that I'm trying to deal with in my own life is not letting my life be ruled by anger. And so I am intentional about not listening to his music. Not because he's not a good artist, not because I don't love his music. In fact, he dominates his fucking genre. But I have to be careful about his anger coming through music and impacting my soul, because then I start to become more angry. In fact, one of my favorite songs, he wrote, I won't even say it. But anyway, he's a great guy. So we got to be careful of the energy that we receive. And even biblically, if you want to think in terms of biblical concepts, it says the energy that we send out, we meet. And so we're always sending energy out, and that energy I want to be, my energy I want to be positive. And part of this YouTube channel is learning or trying to, just be myself, and secondly, to express my energy in a way that's positive and that has an impact to other people's lives. And I think one of the things that is most important to me at this stage in my life, I know this sounds like an old man, but what I really want to do when I get older is have a positive impact on people's lives. But really that's kind of true. And I want my energy to interface with other people's energy, and I want it to bless you, and I kind of use that little hokey term. So how can I bless you today? Damn it. Think about that. What if we just went through life today going, how can I bless somebody today? Or I don't know. That's if we just start thinking in terms of the energy we send out, we receive, and the energy that that we're getting is having an impact. All right, so there's the sermon. So let's talk about a formula I developed. In 2 miles, we're supposed to turn in 2 miles. 2 miles. We're supposed to turn 2 miles. What did we do before GPS? I mean, literally, what did we do? I guess we didn't make YouTube videos while we were driving, and we didn't hear GPS stuff in our ear. All right, let's go to this formula. It's called faith fueled by desire through courage. Faith fueled by desire through courage. And what does that mean? Is I was in a really bad place. I already told you that blah, blah story. But I kind of just developed this thing where I said, I'm going to make hard decisions. And when I make hard decisions, I'm going to make decisions where I have to have faith. And what that means is believe in a higher power. A higher power is going to come through, however you want to define faith. And then faith fueled by desire. Well, it's going to be something I really want. I mean, something, a lot of times people think of faith as like jettisoning your desires, but actually faith is really about achieving those desires. So faith fueled by desire through courage. And then often if we asked ourselves the question, what would we do, or what arrow, what direction would point if we said, where would we have to really trust God or trust the universe or trust something? What do we really want? And what scares the fuck out of us at the same time? And that interface, like I said, I'm driving here. That interface between faith fueled by desire through courage, that's really where we make most of the decisions. That's where we make some of the best decisions of our lives, is faith fueled by desire through courage. So I don't know where you're at. I don't know where you're watching this video. And I'm sure, on some level you're looking for personal development. And that's kind of a little hokey term, but consider that. Ask yourself, faith fueled by desire through courage. Faith fueled by desire through courage. And a lot of times people leave off one of them and we go like, okay, just faith. I'm going to focus on faith. Well, and they jettison their desires. And we all know those people who are, they're kind of moralistic, legalistic people, and they just have no desires in their lives. And they've kind of have attacked those desires. So, and then there's the other people who go, hey, I'm all about desire. I'm all about Jesus, or whatever their faith is. And then they don't really have a lot of courage. They're not really stepping out and doing things that are courageous. And I'll say this, I don't want to make this YouTube channel too biblical, even though that's a big part of my faith. When you read the Old Testament, there's one word that I think sums up the Old Testament, and that is God is faithful, but the word courage. And those people lived courageous lives. I mean, they went before kings. And they, the story of, Jericho. I mean, the Old Testament is built on courage. And I think our lives, if our lives are going to get better, our lives are also going to have to be built upon courage. All right, faith fueled by desire through courage. Think about that. However you want to play with it. Or maybe you want to just say, fuck this video. I hate this guy. I don't know what he's talking about faith. When you have to make a hard decision, ask yourself, what would be the faithful thing where you would really have to trust God? What do you really want deep down? And that's often the hardest thing. And then the next one is, like living a courageous life and making really courageous decisions. Like sometimes courageous says, I'm going to leave this relationship, or I'm going to leave this town. And often when we think of courage, we have to go to the words, let it go. And that's where it's really difficult. Letting people go, family go, zip codes go, careers go. Even go biblical. Sometimes Jesus didn't even let people keep their names. Sometimes Jesus changed their names, like from, Saul to Paul, Abram to Abraham. So anyway, faith fueled by desire through courage. Maybe that can help you navigate a difficult space. I'm going to kind of end on some music. Wouldn't it be kind of sucky if it was just a commercial?
Politics the next might be about environment.
It's a commercial!
We'll tell you stories that create a little movie.
I thought this was going to go out so good. Hey, I took a shot. It didn't work. We'll try it again. Faith fueled by desire through courage. Hope that helps you. Love to hear from you. And again, blessings to you. And be careful of the energy you send out. Because the energy you do send out, you will meet. Sometimes sevenfold. Holla!